Good morning, everybody. How we doing today? Say, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my dog Tucker and some of the things that we've come up with that's helped him. Now, when we first got Tucker, we couldn't figure out what to feed him because every time we fed him something, he would break out, hot spots, and he was itching, he was miserable. And we'd keep taking him to the vet, and the vet would give him a $100 shot. And this went on for, at least 7 years of his life. We sent away for a $35 test, I believe it was, or something, to check to see what he was allergic to. We had to swab his mouth, and send his saliva in. Well, we got the results back. And Tucker was allergic to just about everything, from beef to chicken to grains. It was just unbelievable. The dog couldn't eat anything. So he went through a pretty good portion of his life not being able to eat anything. So one day, it came around time for his shots again, at the vet. And I told my wife, I said, we're not going to give him any more shots because he's miserable every time we give him shots. He's sick for a couple of days. We just didn't give him any more vaccinations. Well, lo and behold, he cleared up. Now he's eating everything under the sun. He doesn't appear to be allergic to anything. So apparently, that allergy test that we had done on him, I'm not so sure they check the dogs at all, or the saliva. I think they probably get it in the mail, chuck it in the wastebasket, send you off a piece of paper that they've got copied off and that's it. Because now we had changed to, it was no grains, no added ingredients, all this and he's eating that, but he doesn't really care much for it. I mean, he will go a whole day without eating because he just doesn't care for it that much. So the other day we got to thinking and we did some research. I can't remember exactly who we were listening to. I think it was a vet on YouTube. It was my wife that did most of the research. Anyway, we found out that wolves and dogs that are in the wild, when their pack has a kill, the lead dogs always go for the organ meats first, because the organ meats apparently contain all the minerals and nutrients that the dogs crave and need before they even go for the meat. They'll go for those organ meats. And so, we thought, well, he was tested and he was supposed to be allergic to chicken. So I thought, well, we'll go to the store, we'll buy some chicken gizzards and hearts, and Susan bought a pound of turkey burger. And then I got into the freezer and I found a package of green beans, frozen green beans, and a package of frozen broccoli. And that was the only two vegetables I had on hand at the time. So what I did was I took my Instant Pot. I put a couple tablespoons of butter in there, grass-fed organic butter. And I put a package of the gizzards and the hearts in there and 1 pound of turkey burger. And I more or less just sauteed that up. Got it good and brown, and then I added a package of the green beans, 1 package of those frozen green beans, and a cup of beef broth, and a half a package of the broccoli. The broccoli was a little bit bigger package than the green beans, so I only put half of it in. And then I put it in the Instant Pot, or it was all in the Instant Pot to begin with anyway. And I pressure cooked it for 10 minutes, and then with a natural cool down. And I opened the Instant Pot after 10 minutes. I think it was maybe been after, I don't know, 14 minutes, I guess. Because it had about a 4-minute cool down. I didn't really let it sit naturally. And I took a potato masher and I mashed up the vegetables in with the meat. And then I got into it was kind of soupy, really soupy. So I got into the pantry and I found some brown rice in packages. It was like minute rice, but it was brown. I dumped a package of that in there and then I put the lid back on. And there is still enough pressure in the pot. When I put the lid back on, the pin popped back up, so it was under pressure, and I just let it sit. And I let it sit for about, 15 minutes. And then I opened it up, and of course the rice had soaked up all that moisture that was in there, the soupiness. And I stirred it up, and I gave him a bowl of it just to see how it would go over. And it was the first time in his life that I've ever seen him act like this. I couldn't even get the bowl. He was practically taking the bowl out of my hand. I couldn't get the bowl sat down on the floor fast enough, and he was into it. He loves that stuff. So I think we're just gonna make his dog food for him from now on. I'm not buying any more of this bagged dog food and stuff that sits around in warehouses for months before they sell it. And besides that, from what I understand, all that bagged dog food that's made in a factory, they all have mites in them. Little mites. And I think this is way much more healthier for him. And he loves this stuff. He eats every meal now. And he's got more energy. He's running around. He's playing. So I'm just putting this out here for my friends and family, and I'm just telling you, if your dog is missing something in his diet, that's probably why he's kind of lethargic, and he's not really into eating that dried crap you buy from the grocery stores. And I just wanted to let you know what we're doing and how Tucker's feeling, and that it's helped him out tremendously. Anyway, that's all I got for today. God bless. Y'all take care. Go out and enjoy the day. And we'll see you next time around. All right? God bless. Bye-bye.